it's your first time visiting my channel, then welcome. I'm Creole Barbie. What I do here on my channel is I make tons and tons and tons of videos pertaining to USPS, what to expect within your 90 days, how to read your paycheck stubs, and more. So be sure to check out my USPS playlist where I give you a great deal of insight on what to expect when joining the Postal Service. I need y'all to do me a really big favor. Okay? I need you guys right now to go check out my boy. Come on in. When I tell you guys, his content is the truth. He got people calling in, telling reasons why they quit the post office. And bro is gassing. Bro is hitting the gas. Bro is just beasting out here. He's giving people the raw truth. Things you need to know, because you guys know my standpoint about the post office and how it works and what goes on behind those closed doors when you get in on that concrete jungle. Alright? You know Jay's H point of view. You know Mailman Mike Chong point of view. You know my boy CCA Nick point of view. So come on in, check him out right now. Subscribe to his channel right now. It will be in the description box below. Check them out. So you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get into my story time right now. You guys, honestly, today has been a great day for me. You guys may not know, however, I went ahead and got vaccinated. Yes, check me out. What is this? What y'all see? Vaccinated. That's right. This right here. I got a whole vaccination card. Yes, the girl got vaccinated, okay? And honestly, I feel like this, and I'm not even trying to push it. And I don't know if I should be pushing it or not, but I'm going to just tell everybody this, okay? When you go to the post office, especially the plant, you're working around a lot of different people. People sometimes don't take care of themselves or they should, or cleanliness and things like that. Germs are spreading. Me personally, I want to protect myself and my health by being vaccinated. I don't have time to be catching COVID because I am a severe asthmatic. A common cold would put me in the hospital, okay? So for me, just imagine we're very young, and you know what? I'm not taking no chances, baby. Not at all. So therefore, I went and got vaccinated. That way, if anything were to happen to me with COVID and I catch it, at least the symptoms are going to be lessened than it would be if I'm going out here unvaccinated catching COVID and possibly getting somebody else sick that I care about, or somebody else that I don't know that possibly passed from it. At the end of the day, that's the conscience that I just don't want to have on myself. Therefore, I have to start with trying to protect myself as well as other people. With that being said, I really don't want to get into debate about that, and don't get in my comments talking about it with a debate, honestly, because I'm not feeling it at all. However, it's time to get into my story time. The reason why I choose not to date anybody at the USPS is as follows. So I'm going to use some fake names in this story time because I don't want nobody to guess who I'm talking about, because I do have people that I work with that's actually on my channel quite frequently. And if you know me, then you know. If you don't know, then hey, it's cool too. So I happen to be coming into the plant, and I noticed that I would talk to this guy quite often, and it wouldn't be a personal conversation. It would most likely be that I was walking throughout the plant needing equipment, because especially as a mail clerk in letter automations, you need a lot of APCs. I like to get my APCs out the way when I first get there, because if I don't, as time go on, I'm going to be needing my dispatch out. And if I don't have my equipment once I'm done processing the mail, I'm just pretty much still there stuck, looking crazy, trying to find equipment at the last minute. And you don't want to do that in letter automations. And the reason being is because you have another run you may have to go to attend to. So you want to get that run done and out the way so you can move on to your next dispatch or wherever it is they want you to go, okay? So I happen to be walking down the aisle like this, and I happen to see Todd. Todd was at a machine with a partner, but Todd was on the end by the aisle. So I asked Todd, because I saw that he had some empty APCs that I could use. And I said, hey, may I have some of your APCs? And Todd looks at me. I hate when guys do this. When you ask them for something, they'll look at you in a long glare. So basically, he was looking at me in like an old, lustful, glareful way. It was more like,
yeah, I got an empty APC for you, but you gonna have to do something for me.
so by then I'm like, you know what? I really don't even know why I came over here and asked you. But I really need this equipment, because what I'm not going to do is keep on walking all the way around this plant trying to find some empty equipment when I can just get this right here, because it's right here literally by my machine, and I can go about my business. So I ended up saying, okay, so what is it that you need me to do? And he was like,
well, I need you to go into another machine and find me some rubber bands.
I said, okay, bet. I'm going to go get these rubber bands at the machine. And when I come back, run me my APCs, okay? Run me my APCs. So he agreed. So that's what we did. But when I came back, gave him his rubber bands. And I was like, okay, now where's my APCs? I need them. So at first he was like, oh, thank you for the rubber bands, but you're not getting the APCs. And I was like, the devil is a lie. You better give me my APCs right now. If you don't give me my APCs, I'm going to cause a whole scene right here, right now. So that was my response to him. And he was like, oh, you crazy. But chill out. I'm going to give you APCs. Here you go. Here you go. Yes. No questions asked. And as I got ready to walk around to take the APCs and go back to my machine, I see him like literally lusting and looking at my behind. And I'm just like, who does that? Who does that? But as I got ready to go, he had stopped me and was like, what machine you on? I'm gonna help you, pull these APCs down to your machine. And so I told him I'm on machine number 10. So he helped me, and we pulled the APCs down to the machine, and I thanked them for it. And I got ready to go ahead and finish my dispatch for the day. He gonna stop and look at my soda and say, oh, I see you drink RC. The last person that I ever seen drink RC is my grandma. Why you drinking that old woman's pop? And in Kansas City they call soda pop. Okay? And so I was just like, it was only thing in the vending machine. Trying to get a Coke. I just couldn't get a Coke. But now looking back, I see he's making small talk. Okay, so that opened up a whole nother door. So at this point, I feel like, all right, this boy actually he likes me. He's attracted to me. Not being a dummy, when somebody's attracted to you. When they, look at you lustfully, number one, ask you what your name is, and then make small talk. I already said thank you. I have my APCs now. You can go. Bye. But he didn't want to do that. So I said, yeah, that's just what I drink right now. I don't drink on the regular, but this is what I'm drinking. Since you want to know, since you're so into what I'm drinking, this is what I'm drinking. And this is why. So he laughed it off, and pretty much, because I'm like so sarcastic, so he was just pretty much, he laughed it off. And he was like, yeah, you're drinking RC, okay, cheap pop. So, then I asked him, since he's all my business about my pop I'm drinking, I said, he had gloves on his hands, and I asked him, I said, can I see your hands? Because before I engage in a conversation with a man, I want to know their status, but I'll do something really slick, okay? If I have an inkling that a person is married, I ask to see their hands. Because you can't lie about being married if that ring is on that finger, right? Alright, so I did that. He had his gloves on, so I said, hey, take your gloves off. He took his gloves off. Without no questions asked, took his gloves off. And I said, show me your hands. And so, he went like this. Y'all, literally, he went like this. And I looked at his ring finger, and guess what? Y'all will not believe it. But it was nothing there. And so I told him, I said, oh, okay, I can conversate with you now because I wanted to know if you were married or not before I just, inadvertently just went ahead and continued to entertain you, because I don't entertain people who are married. Point blank, period. And so he started laughing like, and so I said, well, do you have a girlfriend? He was like, man, quit playing. No. Alright. So by this time I said, alright, well, I gotta get my work done. Literally, I don't want to get in trouble. I just saw the supervisor. She keep walking back and forth. However, I will holler at you later. He said, okay. So he went off into his machine and did what he had to do. And then I went ahead and finished my dispatch on that particular machine I was on. So once I was finished doing my dispatch, I actually ended up going to a different machine because my homegirl needed help getting her run done. So I went ahead and finished up, and then I walked over to her machine to help her. We were talking, and then I asked her a question because she's my girl. We always talk about people within the plant, especially the guys try to talk to us. That's what we do, okay? We don't talk crap about people, but we conversate. That's what we do, girl talk. So we end up talking, and I asked her like, hey, Tyler on number 15? And she was like, yeah, I know Ty. And I was like, girl, tell me why you try to talk to me. And she was like, girl, shut up. And I said, girl, I am not playing. Ty tried to talk to me. And she was like, what you do? And I was like, nothing. I just asked him if he was married. I had him show me his hands. And she fell out laughing like, you are crazy. Because everybody know I am straight I'm straight to the point with everybody. Straight to the point. I don't cut corners to the point, especially with men, because I hate entertaining people that have relationships or married. I don't have time. That's bad karma. So therefore, I go straight to the point, okay? And so she was like, what'd he say? I said, he said he wasn't married. And then she looked at me strange, and I said, well, what you know? I don't know. And she said, girl, I can show you better than I can tell you. And then she said, her exact words was, ends ain't. And I said, girl, you gonna have to show me, give me the tea. I need to know right now. Give me the tea. So she gave me the tea. And I was sitting, I drank it, I sat some more, I sipped it, and guess what she told me? She told me that Ty is a liar. Which I kind of figured by his response. And he just had a mischievous spirit on him. Lying spirit. People need to realize something. You can't get into heaven being a liar. The chances for a liar to get into heaven is as thin as a piece of hair going through a needle. That's how much God despises liars. So if you're a liar right now, I want to say, ask God to deliver you from that. Point blank, period. I'm not being funny, but it's the truth. You need to ask the Lord to deliver you from being a liar. That is something that will stop you from your blessings. But back to my story. So she shows me his Facebook. By this time, I'm shocked on what I see on Facebook. I see a lady in a picture with him, and it says, love is the greatest thing a man could find. When a man found a wife, a man found what? A good thing. No, he didn't just quote the Bible. No, he didn't quote the Bible. When you sitting around here lying about you being married and trying to entertain other women, and you want to quote the Bible, I was just done. When I tell y'all I was done. So I needed all the information right then and there. So I see Dum Dum walking down the machine aisle looking for me. So he pulls up on the machine, walks up and say, oh yeah, by the way, I want to just hand you this. So he handed me this and said, I just want you to call me before the night's over with. I had to give this to you. Confident, as if he's single, acting like he was single and was ready to mingle, and the whole time you sitting around here married. So you know what I did, y'all. You know what I did. I had to gas. That was my point. I feel like my horns on my head just grew like this. I mean, them horns just grew. And I said, I know you are not trying to insult my intelligence. I said and I asked you if you were in a relationship, if you were married. I had you show me your hands, and you had the audacity to answer and say no. But I just found out. So I told him, I said, I got this information from an unknown source. No, you will never know who told me, but just know I know. And you can go ahead and dismiss yourself from my presence, point blank period. Because what I don't do is settle for less. Not at all. And he just stood there looking like a dummy. No response. Stuck. And from this day forward, I would walk past him and not speak to him. And now, just recently, like maybe a week ago, he tried to call himself waving, and me, I was just like, because I'm agitated for a person to sit here and insult a person's intelligence. So this is the reason why I do not date at the USPS, because people be having whole relationships and want to have you in that garbage. And one thing you don't play about is your job and when you work at. Turn ugly because some people don't know, and people can drag you into something, and who's to say his wife could pop up at that job and see something in his phone and say, well, who is this girl right here? And I end up getting in trouble or possibly fired. You're not gonna play with my money like that. So you gonna learn from this day forward, everybody don't play those kind of games. Whenever female gashed your head up and thought that you was going to try to run through the post office was wrong. Because, you came across the right one. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. However, y'all, if you like my story time, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Comment below if you want me to do any more story times. And if so, on what? I got y'all. In the meantime, thank you for watching my channel. And I'm out. Deuces.